person that built the earth, if such a thing
el
happened,
auspicio de algunas marcas,
consider he
etc.
wouldn't have put humans
Eso
on
sería
Earth
de
because
lo
they've done
más grande.
good to the earth.
HIV and STI prevention.
I've had so many titles and names throughout my life that it's a little difficult. At the moment, I'm Sarah J. Lang, Executive Director of the Cultural Center and Ecological Park Project of Santa Rosa de Copan. How's that for a mouthful? But that's not who I really am.
Okay, my name is Rusty Lucky. I've come all the way from England to be here. I was born in London. I'm 38 years old and I've been living in Guatemala for the last 8 years. I've been running a hostel. I built my own hostel and I started about 6 years ago. Before that though, I travelled about 100 countries. My work has been as a stripper and as a car salesman back in England after doing my university at Cambridge in politics.
My name is Tim Miller. I am number 14 in a family of 15 siblings.
Io mi chiamo Stefano, sono italiano, ho 28 anni, vengo da un piccolo paesino del nord Italia.
Mi nombre es Uli, yo nací en México. De México me fui a Alemania, de Alemania me fui a Suiza y regresé a Alemania y luego me vine a Costa Rica.
I am Rasmus Norman Levin Larsen, which is my full name. I'm 22 years old. I'm from Denmark. Yeah, I guess that's who I am.
Bueno, soy Facundo Moncho, vengo de la ciudad de Mar del Plata, Argentina, viajando en un Mercedes-Benz del año 1973 y llevo ya recorrido más de 25.000 kilómetros en estos 23 meses de viaje.
My name is Larry David Loney. Born in White Rock, British Columbia, 1946.
Soy una persona de vidas cambiantes. Soy una persona que le gusta conocer a las demás personas, le gusta pulirse, le gusta trascender.
I am Lady Sanchez and I live at San Antonio Riondo.
Maintenant, je m'appelle John Serra, moitié français, moitié colombien.
Mi nombre es Felipe Vega Díaz, tengo 19 años, soy de la Patagonia chilena, Sudamérica, soy músico, estudiante.
I come to Australia for a working holiday, and then my name is Jung-Hwan Kim.
I have 3 major responsibilities. Number 1, I'm a father of 6 children, like I already said. I manage a tire store the store also sells lubricants and other car care products, and I'm pastor of several churches here in Orange Walk District.
I'm a person who follows his quest, and I've been changing careers all my life, about 12 or so careers.
I run a fishing lodge in the Canadian wilderness, and I'm also a show promoter, but what I do is share the Canadian wilderness with people and teach them to enjoy what we have here and to engage in nature.
Apart from DJing, I also work online marketing.
For living, I'm a professional waiter, bartender, and part-time snowboard instructor.
I'm a carpenter. I do construction work. I've worked on sailboats. I've worked out of helicopters. I've worked on whale watch boats, Zodiac boats. I've been a kayak guide in Alaska.
I used to be a carpenter. I used to build furniture. I used to paint houses, do gardening, build houses, schools, churches, roofing.
Fall trees, haul trees, build trails, do whatever my wife tells me.
I'm a guy who's at middle age, trying to make a living by doing something that is not conventional and is opposite to what the system thinks is the right thing to do.
I am a human being. Yeah, just a human.
In 76 years, you acquire a lot of titles. Right now, I don't like to have to use any titles. I'm just me.
Well, I'm not associated with any type of religion. I guess if I had to identify myself, I'd be agnostic. But even that's not really encapsulating what my thoughts and feelings are.
J'ai appris beaucoup de choses, que Dieu n'existait pas, que Dieu c'est une invention.
I'm surrounded by people who are very passionate about a certain belief.
Au fond de moi, je continue à croire en Dieu parce que Dieu me surveille. Dieu, il est à côté de moi. Quand je vais pas bien, quand j'ai envie de pleurer, quand je me sens triste, je prie un petit peu et je me sens beaucoup mieux.
I believe he is the creator of all things. I believe he created us. I believe he created us with a purpose.
Creo en la libre expresión, creo en la libertad, creo en el mundo que nos rodea.
I believe you're here, you have a life, you have the opportunity to do different things, either in terms of what you do for a living, what you do with family, and how you treat other people. And you have one chance.
What I've found is that it's more interesting to listen to other people, to try and get fractions of truth, fractions of knowledge, fractions of wisdom, rather than to think that anybody really knows what any of the answers in their entirety.
I believe in love. I believe in this energy that flows through everything that some people call God. Some people call Jah. Some people call Jehovah. Some people call love. Some people call music. Some people call Mother Earth, Father Sky.
I believe in the God started the world, but I believe in all the scientific explanation as well. But that there's some higher power somewhere that's pulling all the strings.
I believe that there is order in the universe. This you have to admit, anybody has to admit. I mean, flowers and plants and birds and planets and everything seems to work in incredible order. So I believe that there's something or somebody or maybe a committee that creates all of this. And I believe that I'm in alignment with that creator.
There's lots of stereotypical answers about the meaning of life. The meaning of life is to give life meaning.
Why? Why do I live? That I can't even begin to answer. I know I was an accident, and I'm still here. And maybe it's to teach other people a little bit of what I've learned over 60-some years. Other than that, you just do what you can to make life better for others and yourself.
I live to explore and to challenge. I live to try everything. I want to try everything. That's my biggest goal with life.
Je crois que je vis pour la découverte et pour enrichir ma tête, mon cœur et mon expérience tout simplement.
I live because I think someone needs to stop and feel the sunshine or the raindrops and to take joy in the small things that nature has to offer. And sometimes I think we're too busy running around making money and being busy. And I think we need to stop. So I think it's my job is to stop and feel the sunshine. And I try to remember that when I'm busy running.
What we're doing here on Earth?
What are we doing here? That's probably the biggest question ever, right? What the hell are we doing here on Earth? What's the truth? Why are we here? Where are we going? I have absolutely no idea.
I think what we're doing is continuing the life cycle until eventually the universe decides that the atoms we currently are using, that it wants it back for whatever reason.
Well, we're on the Earth because we happen to be a successful dominant species. And in two respects, in opposite respects, that is good and that is bad. It is good since we do seem to have the brains to be able to dominate the world. In the other sense, it is bad because we have the brains and we still have not understood that we have a moral obligation to respect the world and the globe, the environment, the animals, the other people, the other cultures and societies, that we have an obligation to respect each other and to keep the Earth sustainable. And I don't think we've learned that yet.
I think a lot of people on this Earth don't think of themselves as being a member of the Earth or a member of a continent.
The environment can sustain the way we are consuming in the world.
I think at the moment we're on the best way to destroy our world, and I think we're gonna have a big success with doing it. This is what we're doing at the moment. We should do Looking for Freedom and Get Happy, but too less of us doing this.
In this day and age, there's a lot of anger and war and crime and corruption, and why that is because people are asleep.
And unless we get really lucky in the next 20 years, it won't matter what we do because we won't have anything left as we know it. It'll be gone.
En el mundo coexistimos varias civilizaciones, varias culturas, varios colores. Lamentablemente por intereses económicos, militares, políticos, se ha aprovechado las diferencias para confrontar, para tener control de recursos simplemente económicos.
And so most people live very intrinsically, living around themselves, their own personal needs.
I think there has to be some big cosmic plan which I don't understand.
My biggest failure.
That's kind of like the question about having any regrets.
There's a lot of shortcomings that I think I have that I would like to improve on, and that would include being held back from things that I'd like to do or pursue things that are interesting to me out of fear and anxiety. And I think the less I give into those, the better I'll be at not failing.
My biggest disappointment, the thing that's made me saddest in my life, is falling out of love. Whether that's because they were the wrong people or because I made mistakes, you can never tell when you look back.
When I have been entrusted with something and I have not carried out that trust, I have failed to carry out something that has been entrusted to me, broken trust, that is a failure.
Certainly, I was happier in love than I am out of love, so I hope for that again.
We all have failures, okay? We all have many, but what a failure is, it's an obstacle. And if you take the obstacle and you want to grow from it and become wise, you can analyze the failure and you can go, I wasn't so good. I should have acted with more compassion and love. Next time, that is my goal.
I'm a positive person by nature, and I think failure to dwell on it is never a good thing to do. I think your mistakes are paths to grow from. So there is no such thing as failure, as long as you move forward from whatever happened. So I have no failures. I've made mistakes and have moved forward in a positive direction, I hope. Sometimes I've made the same mistake repeatedly, but I have had no failures because I think I've always grown from everything that's happened in my life.
It's like, you fall and you rise. It's just a cycle of life. I don't really just fall.
I don't think I've ever had a biggest failure. And lots of little ones, but no big ones. I'm still alive.
They say when you make a plan, God laughs.
I like the idea that I can't change everything. It would be good if I could, if I was a famous scientist, or I could discover the cure for cancer, or do something beautiful like that.
I believe we've had great messengers come to Earth, definitely to try and teach us how to be better people.
I've read a lot about a new state of consciousness. With the Mayan people, with lots of different people believing that there's going to be a change. There's going to be a change when people believe in a higher state of consciousness, or a deliverance, or a social collective whereby people start to bond more with the planet and more with the things that are going on around them, and look towards a common future.
No matter what, I feel like it's gonna be okay. And like we're on a positive trajectory, and things have gotten really bad in terms of like the environment and things like that. But I feel like no matter, like, people are becoming more aware and conscious, and hoping to and seeing the interconnectivity of ourselves and the earth.
If you were to travel the world in an instant, you would find limitless examples of how we are an expression of that energy.
Tanto miedo que las cosas se dan solas, y generalmente las cosas durante un viaje te van a salir bien, porque si uno obra de buena manera, vuelve lo mismo. Todas las obras que haces de bien, vuelve bien para vos.
We'll be more involved in the world going forward in 50 years' time and 100 years' time, rather than in such a short space of time that your lifetime is available to you.
I think everybody is here on Earth for a mission. Either it's, educating people, or listening to what people have to say, and helping people get through their lives.
We have the obligation to ourselves and to our people in society to treat them with respect and dignity, to make a good living, to keep our planet in good condition.
En la relación directa interpersonal, yo siento que hay un deseo de todos los ciudadanos del mundo de tener amistad, tener respeto y ser solidarios y ser libres.
I think we're going to a more friendly, safe, sort of, hopefully more environmental friendly future, with more peace.
We are a part of this web of life that is on the planet and is probably outside the planet.
We are all interconnected. Everybody, every soul. You may be from Finland, I may be from Montana, but we all have the same soul in here.
People should come together, and with people coming together and sharing positive thoughts, positive energy, we can make things happen.
Pour moi, je pense que chaque humain est la lumière du monde.
One of the ways for that to happen is believing in yourself and believing what you think is right and fighting for that.
Chaque personne est ici pour changer le monde. Certaines personnes ne le comprennent pas, et j'espère qu'ils le comprendront un jour, parce qu'il faut changer le monde et avec ce qu'on a à l'intérieur.
I think we're here to help each other, and make a better place and to live a life with enjoyment. Yeah, to enjoy your life.
I believe in nature's ability to heal most things in people, and I think I believe in the goodness in most people and the ability to find, sometimes with hard work, the good in most people.
All I can do is I do have a life. I'm not sure how long it's going to go on for. It might just be until tomorrow. All I can do is try and change the things that I can and not worry about the things that I can't.
My biggest success in life is that I know what I want and where I'm going.
Getting more aligned and aware and conscious of the interconnection.
Recognizing when I find a good thing.
My greatest success is finding my path.
Mi mayor logro en la vida es ser feliz. Creo que es mi mayor logro, sí. Yo me siento feliz. Si me pongo a pensar, eso es lo mejor que tengo. Podrían quitar todo. Y si sigo siendo feliz está bien. Pero si tengo todo y dejo de ser feliz, entonces está mal.
I realize I can do everything what I want. But I want, not what my parents want me to do, or family, or society, but myself.
This is key. It's to be free, be happy, give. It might just be a smile. It might just be your eyes. Just a good eye contact.
Y yo digo, en este momento vivo para viajar y es lo que me hace feliz. Y es lo que le recomiendo a todo el mundo, es la mejor terapia. Para el que tenga esas dificultades de enfrentar los miedos, que salga de viaje, que no le va a pasar nada, va a ver las mejores cosas de su vida, va a vivir cosas increíbles y va a aprender un montón.
I believe in the end we are fulfilling our role in this giant web of life, the same as the trees, the same as the crabs, the same as the butterflies. Our role is to partly cause chaos. Our role is to partly make beautiful music and beautiful art, and to fear and to doubt, and to love and to dance.
We're born to live. Yeah, you're born to have a good life.
Loving, learning to unconditionally love ourselves and the people around us and just like the circumstance in the present moment maybe, and like mastering that practice and art of doing that.
Go through life trying to minimize your mistakes and be as compassionate and peaceful as you can, because that, my friend, will get transcended onto that guy, and then it'll go to this guy, and then pretty soon we're in a happier planet.
I think we can't really answer the question of why we live until we die. I think at the last moment when we make the transition, I think everything will come into focus and we'll know why we were here, because that answer can change day to day, year to year, and there might be very different answers every 5 minutes or every 5 years.
We have the ability to evolve in unconditional love, and I think that's what we're here to do. This is some kind of a school, and we may be in kindergarten or we may be in college. I don't know how far we've come along as far as our evolution yet. Some of us, I think, are still close to the apes, and some of us, I think, are getting closer to the angels. And I think that's why we're here. It's a school, and we're learning how to become more all the time.
The one constant answer to that question of why we're here, why I'm here, is to be the expression, to use the gifts that I was given.